Well, howdy, folks. We're going to have a nice Mediterranean style meal tonight. We're starting a new year, and my doctor told me that I need to lose about 25 pounds or so. So, no more red meat for a while. So, you will not be seeing red meat on here. You're going to see lots more fish, vegetables, and some pastas and grains, but lower starch, more low fat, or lower fat, or good fat. So, we're going to be using more olive oil instead of butter and things like that. And we use a little bit of cheese and stuff, but just small amounts, like shredded Parmesan and stuff. And we're trying to eat healthier. So I'm going to show you how to eat healthy. And yeah. So we got all this stuff here. Aromatics over here. We got chilies. We got parsley and green onions. All variety of squashes there. And over here I got some dill. And we got some fish back here. This is salmon and some garlic, some fresh garlic. So let's do it up here. Join us. Ciao, y'all. So I got this garlic here. I'm going to show you a real easy trick and a way to peel the garlic. A lot of people use the jarred garlic. I do it all the time. It's just easy to get. It doesn't taste nearly as good as fresh garlic. So we actually got fresh garlic. And to get that shell off there, you just kind of press down your knife, smash it a little, like so, and peel it out of there. Garlic's actually starting to grow regrow inside, so you're going to take this part, it's going to be bitter, so take this out, the center out. If you get garlic that's a little more well done than you like, just take this piece right here out because it's going to be bitter. And this happens a lot in some markets because they just don't sell a lot of fresh garlic because so many people use the pre-chopped, pre-minced garlic. But you just take that, pull that off of there, cut it off right there, and then it won't be bitter. So there we go, some fresh minced garlic. And so my doctor told me my cholesterol was a little high. I went and got my blood work done last week, and they said my cholesterol was a little high, and I put on a little weight the last 6 months since I've been for a checkup. So my doctor says, she told me, go ahead and do a Mediterranean diet. Trade your butter for olive oil. Olive oil is good for you, and eat lots of garlic because garlic is very good for your heart. So there we go. All right, so for our dinner, this cooks very fast, 5-minute recipe. If you've never had couscous before, it's awesome. This brand's awesome and so easy to make. So now this recipe here, 1 1/4 cups of water, 2 teaspoons of olive oil or butter. We're going to use the olive oil version. We're trying to cut down on the saturated fats. So there you go. Very easy to make, and I'm going to show you how. So we just bring this water and oil up to a boil. Dump this package in with the spices. Turn the heat off. Cover it with some tin foil and let it sit for 5 minutes. Comes out perfect every time. So easy to make. All right, folks, we got all of our vegetable prep and everything done. So now we got that done. We can put this raw fish on this here cutting board and then clean up for the night. Now this fish, when you buy fish, most of the time you're gonna have the skin on. And I'm going to show you how to take the skin off. It's very, very simple. Now, on a small piece, you can just hit it right there and slide along the edge. Pushing your knife towards the skin. The skin is tougher than the flesh, so it's going to peel off. Now, if you have a whole side of salmon you're trying to do, this is just one piece, so it's pretty easy. But a whole side, what you do is you take your towel here, put your knife in, hold this piece of skin with your paper towel or your dry towel, something where it won't slip off, and just hold your knife steady and pull the entire piece of fish with the skin through the knife instead of actually trying to cut it with the knife. Comes off perfect every time. So this piece of fish, there's your skin, came off perfectly, is 0.63 of a pound. So that means it's roughly 9 ounces, 10 ounces, somewhere in there. So what we're going to do is cut this in half so we each have like a 4.5 to 5 ounce size piece. One for me, one for Mrs. Chef. So as you can see, if you take that price there, $5.57, and divide it in half, not a bad price per person to eat dinner, especially seafood, as long as you cook it yourself. Alright, so water and oil mixture just started to boil. Let's go in the pasta here, the couscous. Now, a lot of people get this confused as a green. It's not a green, it's actually pasta. Then stir that in. Get our season package. And put it in there. They make several varieties of flavor profiles. This is the Parmesan garlic. But they have several to choose from, so just get one that the flavors you like, you know. Alright, we're going to stir that up good. I think everything's about stirred together there. Evenly distributed. At this point, we're going to cut the fire. And we're going to put a tinfoil hat on here and let it steep and do its thing. And that's it. Let it set for 5 minutes. It'll be done. Alright folks, for our salmon, we're going to put some fresh dill that we got chopped up over here. We should have put olive oil down first. It kind of helps everything stick to it. Just a little olive oil. Start to rub that dill all over there. Distribute the olive oil. Now enough will come off on your cutting board. You just kind of rub it around on the stuff that rubbed off there, and you got both sides with a little oil on them. That way everything sticks, and it won't stick to the pan when we put them in the skillet. Okay, next thing, I put some fresh garlic on there. Now I know a lot of people are going to say, well, it's going to burn the garlic, and I like that flavor of the charred garlic on there. So if you don't like that flavor yourself, because to me it gives it a little bit of a nutty flavor, which I like. If you don't like that, then put the garlic in a little later, but that's up to you. Next thing, I'll squeeze some fresh lemon juice over it. Ooh, my hand is a little slick from the olive oil, so there we go. And if a couple of seeds come out, it's not a big deal. We'll just knock them off of there. Okay. I'm gonna rinse my hands off, and I'll show you the last step here, and then we're gonna sear them off. Okay, last step is the seasoning of it, as far as your saltiness and pepperiness. We got all these aromatics already on here. Now what I'm using here, this is called Miami Tropical, made by R.L. Schreiber. Very good on fish, and it's a seasonal for fish products. If you don't have this, which you probably don't, but you can look it up online, get you some. It's called Miami Tropical, R.L. Schreiber. And I'm only going to do the presentation side. The other side I'm going to leave, because all this stuff's pretty strong, and it's not that thick of a piece of meat. It's about a 3/4 of an inch thick. If you do both sides, it might get a little bit too strong. So we're going to do this one side. We're going to leave this side open. But if you don't have that, you can use whatever seasoning you like, or just plain salt and pepper works great. So somebody in the comment section asked me what kind of skillets I use. I use all kinds depending on what I'm cooking. For fish, I like a good aluminum-based non-stick pan. So you get that hot for about a minute or so until you can barely touch it anymore. There we go. Not too hot, but not too cold. I want to hear that sizzle and that sear. This skillet here is actually a Rachel Ray. Turn it around here, you can see, maybe. But yeah, it's a good skillet. You can buy these wherever they sell Rachel Ray products. It smells good already. And we're gonna go longer on this back side than we are on the front side, because we don't want all the seasoning stuff to burn. We just want it to caramelize. So keep that in mind. And what I'm going to do while this is going here, I'm going to put just a little more olive oil on the fat side here, skin side. just so when we flip it over, it doesn't stick. Alright, so that's been going about a minute. What I'm using here is a fish spatula. It's just a great tool to keep from breaking up your fish. And you can buy these at a restaurant supply store or especially kitchen store. There we go. It's a nice, beautiful caramelization without burning it. Perfect. Ooh, there we go. Beautiful. Alright, folks, I did 1 minute on this side, about 2 minutes on the bottom side there, the non-presentation side. And I'm just going to put that in the oven. The oven is not turned on, but just kind of keep it warm. And we'll start our vegetables here. So, before we pop this in the oven to sit for a minute while we cook our veggies, we're going to top it with some Parmesan cheese. And because we're trying to cut back on too much fat, we're not going to put like a cream sauce or anything on it. This is just going to be straight up like it is. And the cheese will kind of act like the sauce for us. Alright, folks, time to do our veggies here. Throw our garlic in here. What we had left over from that. And then we got all these beautiful veggies to throw in there. We're going to save these delicate ones to the very end. So we're going to start with our squash and our chilies. And we'll throw our green onion in. Alright, so that's been going for a couple minutes there, 2-3 minutes. At this point, we're going to throw in the rest of our green onions. And some of this parsley here. Now, I did take the seeds out of this lemon. I'm going to squeeze 1/4 of a lemon in here. Like so. Ooh, that's so good. Now, I'm going to season this here with some of this Uncle Steve's Gator Shake. Alright, folks, that's ready to go. Sprinkle just a little bit of Parmesan in there and cut the fire. Give it a shake, and that's our vegetable for the night. And them poblano peppers are actually hotter than the jalapenos this time. I don't know what's going on, but they're burning my hands when I was cutting them, and I just tasted a piece of this. Delicious, but super spicy, so yeah, gonna be good. Alright, it's been about 6 minutes or so since we took this off the stove. Our fish is done. Our vegetables are done. Ooh, and our couscous is done. Look at there. Now what you do at this point, it's just been sitting there. I haven't touched it since I set it here. We're just going to take a fork, fluff it, and it's ready to be served. Just take that fork and run through there and kind of fluff it up. And I'm holding the camera with this hand, so I need to hold the handle, but pretty simple to do. It all fluffs up, looks beautiful. Alright, there we go. And I think the calories said it was 200 calories per serving. But it said only 3 servings per package. Look at that. That's like 6 or 8 servings. That's a lot of damn couscous it makes. So you can cut those calories way down. It's not that many calories in couscous. Ooh-wee, look at there, folks. Looky there. Isn't that beautiful? I'm going to drizzle just a little bit of olive oil over the fish here. Just a few drops. Go. Going to hit it with a little bit of that green onion and parsley. Like so. Finish that off with a lemon wedge. Like so. And voila, there we go. It's a nice healthy meal. Mediterranean style diet. Cutting out all the extra saturated fats. And of course the cheese got a little bit, but other than that, we didn't use any butter. And we're going to have a fantastic tasting meal. Thanks for joining us. I hope you guys make this to your house. And we will see you guys next time. Oh, it's so delicious, folks. Definitely make this one at your house. So, just in case you felt like you have eaten way too healthy on your Mediterranean diet, get you some baklava. Yeah. It's a nice little unhealthy Christmas present.